It appears the saga of Representative Jeff Fortenberry is over. Apparently, he just got convicted of taking illegal bribes. Ah, yes. A federal jury on Thursday convicted the pro-Trump Republican on 3 felony counts for lying to federal investigators about illegal campaign contributions from a foreign billionaire. So now these charges stem from a 2016 fundraiser held in Glendale, California for Fortenberry's re-election. There, he received donations totaling about $30,000 from Gilbert Shaguri, a wealthy Nigerian business executive of Lebanese descent, who, by the way, lives in Paris, who used other people as basically straw contributors. So he was making straw donations because, again, people who are foreign nationals cannot actually give money directly to politicians and to candidates running for federal office. And so it's illegal to do that. And it's also illegal to do these straw purchases to disguise a donor's identity through third-party contributions. So and let me just stop there. We actually have some rules for campaign donations. We don't have many, that's for sure, but we have some. Now, the amazing thing that strikes me about this is that even though we have so few rules, this is one of the ones that are on the books, that are still on the books, and you have people that violate that, even though it's so incredibly easy to get gigantic donor money. But no. I mean, he went and broke this. How stupid is he? Okay, so let me give you more details, right? Now, the week-long trial in Los Angeles concluded with a guilty verdict that was announced about 2 hours after deliberations. Wow. 2 hours of deliberations. Guilty. Done. Now, Fortenberry was convicted of 1 count of scheming to falsify and conceal material facts, 2 counts of making false statements to federal investigators. Each of the counts carries a maximum penalty of 5 years in federal prison. He's looking at a maximum of 15, though I doubt he'll get it. But Fortenberry said that he planned after the verdict to appeal, and his defense team argues that the authorities had used deceptive investigative tactics to indict the congressman. Fortenberry said that over 2 years ago, FBI agents had knocked on his door asking about the incident. He says, I told them everything. I told them everything, which is, by the way, everything that I didn't know because I didn't know anything. You didn't know who you received money from? Now, of course, later on they found out that that's not true. They had overwhelming evidence that he absolutely knew about this. Now, according to court documents, Chaguri and his associates had ties to a nonprofit that had fought the persecution of Christians and other minorities in the Middle East. Okay, I don't have any issue with that. But what I do have issue with is them buying off politicians. Federal prosecutors said the trio sought to funnel money to politicians from less populous states because the contribution would be more noticeable to the politician and thereby would promote increased donor access. Look, you got to hand it to the guy. He knows how our system works. He says, all I have to do is just give this guy a boatload of money from the middle of nowhere, Nebraska, and then I get access. He knows how it works. Why can't anyone else admit that that's how it works? Mainstream media, cable news, why don't you admit that that's how it works? Not even the Supreme Court. Members of the Supreme Court can admit that that's how it works. But everybody knows. Everybody knows. Yes, you give money to a politician, and guess what? That buys you access. It does. It does. All right. Now, an unnamed person who had hosted this fundraiser, Fortenberry, began cooperating with law enforcement in September 2016. About 2 years later, the individual told the congressman during a phone call that was recorded that the funds, quote, probably did come from Gilbert Shaguri, the indictment states. Fortenberry, who did not know that the call was being recorded, did not file an amended Federal Election Commission report, according to court records. Now, understand that our laws here in this country for campaign finance are so ridiculous that all you had to do was to say, I got money from a foreign source. All he had to do was just put it on the records. Kind of like Paul Manafort, really. Yes, you're a foreign agent because you receive foreign money. Okay, but instead, he declined doing that and had asked the individual to host another fundraiser. Give me more of that money. I'll give you more access if you give me more money. That's how it works. Twice in 2019, investigators interviewed the congressman about those contributions while secretly recording him. With the recordings of which, according to reports by multiple outlets, were played during the trial, which is why it only took about 2 hours. According to the indictment, Fortenberry knowingly and willingly made materially false statements and representations to the FBI and IRS about the illegal donations. U.S. Attorney Tracy L. Wilkinson said in a statement on Thursday about the case, quote, after learning of illegal contributions to his campaign, the congressman repeatedly chose to conceal the violations of federal law to protect his job, his reputation, and his close associates. The lies in this case threatened the integrity of the American electoral system, whatever's left over of it, and were designed to prevent investigators from learning the true source of the campaign funds. When Chagoury was caught making these illegal donations, he agreed to work with federal prosecutors in 2019 and paid a $1.8 million fine. So, oh look, if you're a rich person, if you're a billionaire, all you have to do is pay a fine. That's it. You're good. That means the laws, if you can pay to get out of something, well, then the law only applies to poor people. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. All right, now, there's more. The billionaire was also accused of making illegal contributions totaling $180,000 to 4 different U.S. political candidates. The money was funneled through 2 associates, court records show. One of them, Tufak Joseph Bakalani, gave $30,000 of Chagoury's cash to an individual at a restaurant in L.A., who, along with others, later made campaign contributions to Fortenberry's re-election bid, according to the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Central District of California. Bakalani paid a $90,000 fine and agreed to cooperate with investigators. Fortenberry, again, as I told you, said he had told everything that he knew to the FBI. And the charges brought against him, he said, were shock. Oh my God, I'm shocked and chagrined. I can't believe it. I can't believe they would come after me. I feel so personally betrayed, he said. We thought that we were trying to help. No, you were trying to get the monies. That's what it is. It's about to get the monies. The monies. That's all they care about is the monies. Throughout the trial, the congressman attorneys accused federal agents of setting it up, asking the unnamed fundraiser host to feed Fortenberry information about the donation during their 10-minute call in 2018. Well, it's not a setup if you go and say, oh my God, I can't believe I got foreign money. I had no idea. I should do something about this. And then if you actually do something about it, but no. They also claimed bad reception. I couldn't remember the details because it was choppy. My phone was choppy. I couldn't hear what he was saying. It was a recorded call. Seriously. Yeah. Of course, it's all a setup. It's all a setup. Yes, giving you the money and then making you lie about it. Sure. As I mentioned before, the funniest thing about this is that with all the legalized bribery in this country and how easy it is and how cheap politicians can be bought, that people still get in trouble with stuff like this. Again, Paul Manafort. I can only surmise that it's because they're so incredibly greedy that they believe they're above the law. Like, that they're untouchable. They're untouchable. So, I don't know. Now, 4 other Republicans got this money, including Mitt Romney, by the way. But nobody else but Fortenberry tried to hide it. So no, totally guilty, not very smart. And let me just, one more thing. I have to bring this up. Come on. That should be his mugshot. Got to be his mugshot. All right. Yeah, Jeff Fortenberry, strong families, strong communities, strong odor, and now very strong convictions.